Hi, I'm Ben at Churchill High School, and I'm in 11th grade. Today I'm reading Jamaica and the Substitute Teacher by Juanita Havill. Hurry, Brianna, Jamaica said. I want to see who our substitute is. Brianna caught up. I hope she's nice. Me too. I always have nice teachers in school, thank God. A woman wearing silky blue and a green dress and a blue scarf was writing in the background. She turned around. Good morning, students. My name is Mrs. Duval. She gave the class name tags to fill out. If you write your names on these, it will be easier for me to learn them. Did Mrs. Worth tell you that she'll be out all week? She went to Ohio, Thomas said. Yes, she did. While she's gone, I planned for us to work hard, but we'll have fun too. Mrs. Duval smiled at the class. Jamaica gave a thumbs up to Brianna. First, we're going to hunt for a hidden object I hid in the classroom. Before you come in, Mrs. Duval gave them 2 clues. It's something that lives in Antarctica, and it's a name that starts with the letter as the same object it's hidden in. I wish we did this. All the kids scrambled around the room, except Jamaica. Penguin, she thought. Then she read about penguins last week. She looked at the edge of the window. She found a plastic penguin in one of the flower pots. Very good, Jamaica. Tomorrow will be your turn to hide the object. Come early, said Jamaica. Next day had reading groups. Nice job, Mrs. Duval, said Mrs. Duval after Thomas read. When Jamaica's turn came, she read loud and clear, and she knew all the words. You read very well, Mrs. Duval. Jamaica felt like singing. In math class, they did puzzles. Jamaica had all the right answers. So did Cynthia and Thomas. Mrs. Duval let them choose stickers to put on their packets. Jamaica chose a gray kitten with yellow eyes. Cats are my favorite animal, Jamaica told Mrs. Duval. I like cats too, said Mrs. Duval. After lunch, Mrs. Duval read a story. Then it was time for spelling. Oh no, Jamaica thought. She had forgotten about the test. Would you like a minute to look over the words, said Mrs. Duval asked. Yes, everyone said except Thomas. I know all the words already, she said. I wish I did, Jamaica said to herself. She looked at the list and tried to memorize every word. Good luck, Jamaica. Time to start, Mrs. Duval said. The first 5 words were easy. Then Mrs. Duval said, calf. Jamaica's mind went blank. She chewed her pencil, then stared out the window. She closed her eyes. I'll never get a perfect paper, she thought. When she opened her eyes, she noticed Brianna's paper. She could see the letters too. C-A-L-F. Jamaica wrote on her paper. She looked up. Was Duval staring at her? Jamaica looked back down at her paper. What would Mrs. Duval think if she had seen on her copy? Okay, time to exchange papers, Mrs. Duval said. Then she started spelling on the bulletin board. Jamaica wrote 100 on Brianna's paper. Brianna drew a happy face on Jamaica's and put an A+++ across the top. That's a lottery win right there, folks. When Jamaica got her test back, she crossed out the happy face. That's not a perfect paper, even if it looks like one, she thought. Please pass your spelling papers to the front, Mrs. Duval said. Jamaica put put hers on her desk. Next came art, Jamaica's favorite class, but she couldn't think of anything to draw. Jamaica, you could have come here for a minute, said Mrs. Duval. Jamaica got up and walked slowly to Mrs. Duval's desk. Your spelling test isn't with the others, Jamaica. Did you hand it in? Jamaica shook her head. I can tell you my score. Can I tell you my score? I'd like to see it, Mrs. Duval said. I thought she handed this thing in already. Jamaica showed her paper. It should say -1. I missed calf. CALF is right, Mrs. Duval said. But I didn't know how to spell it, said Jamaica. I copied. Jamaica started to explain why she wanted to get a perfect paper, but it was too hard. I'm sorry, Mrs. Duval, she said. I know, said Mrs. Duval. It wasn't easy for you to tell me you copied. Mrs. Duval's voice was low, but almost a whisper. You know, Jamaica, you don't have to be perfect to be special in my class. All my students are special. I'm glad you're one of them. Are you? Said Jamaica. Duval nodded. So I am, said Jamaica. I hope you can be our substitute teacher again. That's very nice. Jamaica sat down at her desk and began to draw, but she didn't have time to finish her picture. She took it home and colored the gray kitten and Mrs. Duval with her 100 braids. Then she wrote for Mrs. Duval from Jamaica. Tomorrow she would give her picture to Mrs. Duval. Tomorrow, first thing, she would hide an object in the classroom. Jamaica couldn't wait. From Mrs. Duval to Jamaica. It's a very nice picture. The end. Thank you for watching.